Good evening. The purpose of this video is to help you to understand how we're going to finish off the last few weeks of this course. We're currently in week 14. We've got weeks 15 and 16 remaining, and then I believe we have a finals week after that. I'll have to confirm that with my calendar. So yeah, 1, 2, 3. So yeah, we basically have, after this week, we've got 2 more weeks, and then a couple of days, and then finals week. So since the recordings and the live classes that I was holding at a regular scheduled time were hit or miss, there were a lot of people that weren't showing up. We were getting some pretty good attendance numbers, but we were still missing a lot of people, and some of the recordings didn't work out. And on top of that, we were having some quality control issues with network strength. So rather than continue struggling along with that, I decided to revert back to doing more stuff online. Not live. I guess they call it synchronous versus asynchronous. And so we're not going to be doing it together in synchronously. We're going to be doing it asynchronously, I guess. All right, so what does that mean? Well, let's take a look. I'll go into each section. These are the 2 sections here in Georgia View. So I'm going to click on section 1, which is the daytime section. They're both the same, but I'm going to show both of them anyway. So again, I put a reminder note up here about us not meeting. So hopefully everybody had gotten that, was clear on that. Go under content. And I'm going to take this video and it's going to be placed above the syllabus here, and calling it something like plan for completing the semester. So it'll be in its own module. Down here, what I've done under, we got class materials here, is I've put a bunch of the accessible PowerPoint slides for the remaining chapters. So there were 2 for chapter 9, there's 1 for 11, 1 for 12, 1 for 13, and then 15 and 16. So that's what we're going to be wrapping up with. So you're going to read those chapters, do the assignments that are online in Connect, and you've got these slides, the accessible slides, to go through. And when you click on the accessible slides, let me open one up here. Okay. You can either go through them with the slides, you can download them, you can print them, or you can open them up with what they call the doc reader. If you open them up with the doc reader, it takes a minute to load. There we go. So now we're getting there. All right, so I'm going to click on big data here. And so that section is going to come up. And then if you click on listen.
9-4. Copyright McGraw-Hill Education. Learning objective number sign 1. Big data. Big data is defined as data sets that are too large and complex for businesses' existing systems to handle using their traditional capabilities to capture, store, manage, and analyze these data sets. 9-4.
Okay. So I think you get the idea. So you can go through, and there's a number of ways you can tackle this. And again, I wouldn't just rely on the slides. The slides should be used in conjunction with actually reading through the chapter, and then, of course, doing the work that's assigned to you inside Connect, which we'll go to in a minute here. So let me go back to the table of contents. Okay, under Data Analytics, click on that. You're going to see 4 video links. Okay, so I'm going to click on the first one here. I know a few people have already watched these, but these are videos from the back end of Chapter 9. And so you click on this, and it takes you through the steps necessary to kind of follow along with the back end of Chapter 9's discussion of Excel and Tableau. It gives you kind of an overview of working with tables, pivot tables, power pivots, and Tableau. Those are the 4 things, so there's 4 videos. So you can watch those, and none of them are super long. Anywhere from about, I guess, maybe 8 minutes to about 15 minutes, somewhere in that range. So you've got those. I'm going to click back to the table of contents. Well, I'll go back into data analytics. There's one more thing I wanted to show you. Down here, this is a submodule. Okay, if you click on the submodule here, there are some data files that are down here. There's 2 Excel spreadsheets and then 2 Access files. These are going to be used for the data analytics assignment that you are being given. And I'll show you where that is in a second, but you're going to need these data files. The largest of the files is this Contoso sales file. It's by far the largest, so just be patient with it. Networks are slow, so it may be slow downloading, so just remember that and just be patient. But you're going to need those files. So what I'm going to go to next, let me see here. Down here, if there's anything else that I want to give you some instructions about, I'll be posting them here under weekly class agenda and assignments. So for week 15, I'll post something down here, and week 16, I'll post something down here. Anything special I want you to have, any summary notes that I think highlight important points, I will be making that available down here. Okay, so now I want to click on McGraw-Hill, MH Campus. And connect. All right. Go to week 12. Click, and now you've got your 2 data analytics assignments. Part 1 is going to involve Excel and using the table pivot, power pivot, and that should be about it. So there's a few problems in there. It's worth a total of 60 points. I believe there's 3 problems you'll work through using the data files. These are problems from the book. So you would go to the book, and I'll show you where that is in a minute. Problem number 2 is a Tableau problem, and you'll need to download the free trial version of Tableau to be able to complete these assignments. So you're going to want to do that. So let me just click on this first assignment here. Okay. These are a little bit different than you're used to. Here's the instructions. It says complete and submit problems 7, 8, and 9 in Chapter 9. It's going to be due Wednesday, April 22nd, 2020 at 11:59 p.m. And you're going to be uploading files here. So you're going to do whatever the problem says to do, and then you're going to upload the result to me. Okay, and then I'll be able to access it from here and get it graded, and then transfer it into the actual official grade book. Okay, there's not much in the way of policies here because you're working on it pretty much external. You're just coming here to basically upload your assignment. That's basically all this is for. Okay, and that's for both part 1 and part 2. There's not much there other than that. Okay, now I want to go to the book. We'll go to problems. And right here is where it begins. So it says for the following 3 problems, first download the data for the Microsoft Power Pivot tutorial. Now this is an alternate location where those data files can be downloaded. Again, I provided access to those files through GeorgiaView. And so you want to just work through these problems, okay? And these, again, the first one here, 7, you're going to do A, create a pivot table report with the channel key field as the rows and the sales amount field as values. Change the number format of the sales amount field to currency and rename the column to total sales. So you'll do this problem A, B, and C, and then that's what you want to save and upload. What you can do is use one Excel file, use one workbook, just use multiple worksheets, okay? So this way, when you go to upload, you're only uploading the one file here for this one. And then when you come down to 8, it's moved to a new worksheet. So you're still working in the same file. You're just working in a new worksheet. And then again, follow the instructions here, okay? And then you come down here and complete 9. And this is a continuation of 8. So it should all be part of one file that you will upload for me, okay? Then for the latter part, the second part, this is going to be Tableau, so you can download it. There's a link right here. You can go to the website and download the free version, and then go ahead and follow the instructions here, okay? Now, again, I would watch the videos first so that you have some basic understanding of how these things are accomplished, and then you can refer to those as you're working through these problems. All right, that is my advice to you on how to approach it. This is your data analytics assignment that's worth 100 points. The part dealing with Excel is worth 60 points. The part dealing with Tableau is worth 40 points. All right, I'm going to go back. And just for the benefit of fairness and full disclosure, I'm also going to click on the other section here, the evening section. And you'll see the same thing. Again, all the accessible PowerPoints are here under class materials. Under your data analytics, you have the video links and you have access to the data files here. Okay, your 2 Excel and your 2 Access database files. And again, this particular video will show up above syllabus up here. Okay, and I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to tell you, going back to this home page. Okay, so at any rate, this is what you need to be working on. I really want to drive home my firm belief that you don't want to be cramming this stuff like the day before or 2 days before. You definitely want to give yourself some time to get familiar with the videos, with the textbook, and with the data files themselves, and then go ahead and start working the problems. And I would do one at a time and try to schedule it out. So you work on problem 7 one day, problem 8 another day, problem 9 another day. They're all equally weighted. Of that 60 points, each one is worth 20. And I believe there's 2 other problems on the Tableau side, and those I believe are each worth 20 points as well. So again, I'll be posting some information online for you to take a look at, some of my own personal notes. I may even film a short video segment or 2 on some of the remaining items. The final exam is basically going to cover everything that we've done from the project, the Access project, to the end of the book. So it's just pretty comprehensive. I'm not going to pull questions from the earlier chapters, but by virtue of the fact that some of the material does carry forward, there may be some questions that require you to recall what was in the earlier chapters. Okay? So, and I didn't assign chapter 10 to read, but there are some portions of it that I want to go over with you. And so I'm going to put together a lesson on the portions of it that I want you to be aware of. And so you don't have to go back and necessarily read the full chapter, but you should go back and kind of skim the parts that I'm going to talk to you about at that time. So at any rate, we've hit about 15 minutes. I don't like to keep them any longer than that. And so if you have any questions, please make sure that you email me and let me know. Otherwise, stay safe, do your best. I know these are stressful times, trying times, difficult to move from face-to-face to online classes. It's been difficult for you guys, difficult for us. We're trying to be as understanding as possible while still maintaining appropriate levels of rigor and all that kind of good stuff. So just do your best and just know that I am going to be responding to your emails as timely as possible. I'm usually pretty quick about that, and I will continue to do so. So please do reach out to me if you have any questions. So thanks very much, guys, and you all have a pleasant night.